We think of venom as the ultimate evolutionary cheat code. A free superpower that lets a small predator instantly shut down a massive target. But in biology, there is no such thing as a free weapon. Every superpower comes with an invoice. Venom is not just toxic spit. It is a highly complex matrix of proteins, peptides, and enzymes. Producing it requires an enormous amount of calories, oxygen, and metabolic energy. When an animal chooses chemical warfare, it is forced to sacrifice something else: speed, physical strength, or even its own energy reserves. Here is the exact biological tax paid by 3 distinct predators, proving that venom is one of the most expensive weapons in nature. The pit viper is a master of the ambush. Its venom breaks down cellular tissue and destroys the circulatory system of its prey. But producing that hemotoxic venom requires a massive metabolic drain. When a viper delivers a full venom payload, its venom glands are entirely depleted. During the regeneration process, the snake's resting metabolic rate spikes by up to 11%. Its body forcefully diverts energy away from digestion, growth, and immune function just to rebuild the venom matrix. This creates a massive biological vulnerability. If a viper is forced to bite a predator in self-defense, it wastes its chemical payload on something it cannot eat. For the next several days, that snake is functionally disarmed. It has no claws, it lacks the muscle mass of a constrictor, and it is carrying an empty gun. If it doesn't find easy prey while its venom regenerates, it will slowly starve. It is an animal completely shackled to its chemical bank account. If the snake pays an energy tax, the scorpion pays a physical one. Scorpions are a perfect living example of an evolutionary trade-off. To understand how dangerous a scorpion is, you don't look at its tail, you look at its hands. Producing highly lethal neurotoxins requires specific genetic pathways. Over millions of years, scorpions that evolved the most devastating venom paid for it by losing their physical armor. Take the death stalker. Its venom is a cocktail of neurotoxins that causes cardiovascular and respiratory failure. But to afford this chemical weapon, its body sacrificed the development of its claws, technically called chelae. Its pincers are incredibly weak, thin, and fragile. If a fast-moving predator manages to dodge the death stalker's tail strike, the scorpion is defenseless in a physical grapple. Conversely, scorpions with massive, crushing claws, like the emperor scorpion, have venom barely stronger than a bee sting. Nature forced a choice. You can invest in physical armor, or you can invest in chemical weapons. You cannot afford both. The slow loris is the only venomous primate on Earth, but its venom delivery system is a mechanical nightmare. Unlike a snake, which has venom glands directly connected to hollow fangs, the slow loris has to build its venom manually. Hidden on the inside of the loris's elbow is a brachial gland that secretes a pungent oil. The oil itself is harmless, but when the loris licks its own elbow, mixing the oil with the enzymes in its saliva, it creates a flesh-rotting, necrotic venom. This 2-part chemical mixing process is incredibly clunky. Because they rely on this static, defensive posture, they have entirely sacrificed the trait that defines most other primates: agility. A slow loris cannot jump. It cannot run. It has to move in agonizingly slow motion to avoid detection, because if it is caught by surprise, it literally doesn't have the time to mix its own venom. It traded the speed of a monkey for a chemical defense system that requires manual assembly. We look at venomous animals and see perfect killing machines, but underneath the surface, biology is just a ledger of debts and payments. A venomous bite guarantees a kill, but it costs the snake its energy, it costs the scorpion its armor, and it costs the primate its speed. In the wild, you pay for every weapon you carry. If you want to understand how biology actually works, hit subscribe. We'll see you on the next trail.